Hey guys, Jen's here. So today I wanted to share what a successful outreach call looked like for me. And when I say outreach in this case, there are two different types of outreach that you should be doing for your business. It would be B2C, which is going to be finding people to live in your home or stay in your home. And then there's going to be B2C, which is going to be your partnerships, whether they be verbal or on paper with employment services, referral partners, etc. So in this case, it's with the mutual referral partner. And they came to visit our house. Now, the first thing I would say is where I really want to come from is maybe being able to relate to some of you guys who have been super nervous about making these connections because I was nervous, and we honestly, hindsight, we made a mistake of leaning too much on a helper, like a volunteer that we met in the community, who has more experience with the hmm, local criminal justice system, local services for people who are looking for recovery and rehabilitation services. Um, and we leaned a little bit too heavily on this person to do that outreach for us and create those partnerships because at the time we thought that it would be more effective, that they would be able to do that more efficiently and more quickly. But in hindsight, we really should have been the faces out there doing those handshakes. We were hiding, honest, if I'm being completely honest, we were hiding behind her because we were scared to have those conversations because we didn't feel educated enough to have those conversations. Well, that was stupid, as many times it is when you're afraid of something or having anxiety of something. It's an imagined scenario that's holding you back and keeping you afraid of doing it. In reality, we didn't need to have, and you've probably come across this many times, and we know better, you don't need to have all of the information to move forward successfully. In our minds, I'm speaking on behalf of myself and my partner. Maybe I should just say me since I'm saying I did wrong. In my mind, I thought that we needed to go into these conversations saying, this is exactly what we're doing. We have these wraparound services available. We're going to do this in this way. We're connected with this person. We have this written agreement in place and all of these details. I thought that I would need to list all of the partners that we have and what they're providing. And honestly, this organization that I mentioned could be an excellent referral partner. They do outpatient services. We could be an excellent referral partner for them, and that's key. What can we do for them? What can your business do, provide in that partnership? And number one, we were having some difficulty. One, because we tried to pass the buck and have this other person arrange a meeting, but we still wanted to be involved. Should have just gone direct to the organization, set that appointment up myself. But what I did learn is even when I took the reins back and tried to do this outreach myself, I wasn't getting a response. Well, it's not because they were trying to ignore me or didn't like what we were doing. They wanted to meet, but they're hella busy right now. And that's a great thing. We hope that these services are busy helping people. But yeah, they're in a hiring phase, and for whatever reason, it just I've been there. There's somebody that I want to respond to an email or call back on a voicemail, and I just freaking don't get to it at the end of the day. I'm like, I didn't get back to that person. The end of the next day, I'm like, crap. I even put them at the top of my list for the day, and I still didn't make that phone call or answer that email, and I really wanted to. So if they're not responding, keep getting back to them because it's very likely that they do want to talk to you. Then when you finally get that appointment, so they came and they toured the house, we had, and I didn't get an appointment with just one person. We had a meeting, they brought 4 people to the house, and it was a great conversation. And I followed the advice of the mentor, and she gave me very, I don't want to say it, well, not basic advice, but it's something that is obvious to me. Again, I know better, but sometimes you just need somebody else to say it. to make you behave that way. And so she reminded me that when you're having a conversation like that and feeling out a partnership, you really need to come with, what can you do for them? And so I was out of town, I was entertaining family, and I was just coming in hot to this meeting. I was like, yes, we finally met. Or we're finally getting to meet up, but I haven't had a chance to review all these services, wraparound services that we had written down and these connections that we had made. And so I just reminded myself what Andrea, one of the girls from our mentors, had said. And it was, just ask them, what can we do? How can we be a great partner for you? And let them talk, right? People love to talk about themselves. They love to talk about their business. And if you can just make it your goal to find out what you can do for them. And in that way, I was able to spin it that, yeah, we're kind of new to this. We're new to this community, but that's what's great about that, is that we have the flexibility to be who you need us to be. We can start steering the ship in that direction now. So that was a great conversation, and just opening the doors, asking them, well, you're the expert in this realm, so I would love to learn from you. What have you seen going on? What have your struggles been? Where have you seen success? Like, how much of a need do you think there is, or where do you think the largest need is? How can we support you in that? Asking how you can be a supportive partner. How can you send them referral business? And then the conversation about how they can send you referral business becomes even easier. So I hope that is helpful. Just go into it. You don't need to know everything. It's okay to be the person learning something in a meeting. Just find out how you can be of benefit to the person or organization that you're working with, and that will open the doors for the conversation. And the next thing you know, you have learned the very thing that you were lacking when you came in. So, all right, take it easy, everyone.